Welcome back. Deputy President Paul Mashatile and a delegation of ministers and deputy ministers are returning to South Africa after a mission to improve trade and investment relations between South Africa and the UK and Ireland. They spoke to potential investors and senior politicians in order to counter uncertainty about the government of national unity and also to drum up investment, particularly in energy as well as infrastructure. SABC News' London correspondent Stuart met with the Deputy President at the South African High Commission in London.
At the very beginning, I was at the London Stock Exchange, where you said that the delegation needed to be the salesmen and saleswomen of South Africa. What did they say, and do you think they succeeded?
Thank you very much, Stuart. In fact, we have concluded that the trip was very successful. We met with many investors, as you may be aware, and everywhere we've gone, people were very excited. We told them that we've got opportunities in energy, that people can come and look at investing in the energy sector. And they were quite excited that we've managed to deal with the challenge of load shedding. It's now behind us, close to 200 days. We also have opportunities in the water sector as well, infrastructure broadly, in the freight rail. We will be working hard to fix Transnet. As you know, with Eskom, we are unbundling it to 3 companies. The transmission company is already in place, and we want investors to come and invest in transmission. As government, we will not be able to succeed alone. We need about 350 billion rands for the transmission lines, and therefore we need the private sector. But overall, the trip has been good. Many people wanted to know, is the GNU working? Are things stable? And my message was, yes, the GNU is hard at work. The situation is stable in the country. We had a good elections, no violence, and now we're focusing on rebuilding.
One of the benefits of going abroad, of course, is you can get a foreign perspective from potential partners and investors about the difficulties trading with South Africa. What did you hear from them about the problems they were facing, both investors in the UK and potential investors in Ireland?
Well, in both Ireland and here in the UK, many people wanted firstly to know about what's the GNU. And the question I get all the time is, will it last? And I said, yes, it will. We are on a journey for 5 years. You see, what helped us a lot is that right from the beginning, we put out a statement of intent and agreed on fundamental principles, respect for the Constitution, the rule of law, independent judiciary. And we said, let's not be everywhere, let's prioritize. And the biggest priority for us is growing the economy and creating jobs and making sure that we attend to the challenges that people are facing. The people are facing the challenge of high cost of living. Let's deal with that. And also the issue of having a professional public service. So a capable, developmental, ethical state. So we indicated to investors that those are the things that we are dealing with as a new government. We have had an opportunity as well to meet with government people, and our message was very clear: South Africa is open for business.
UK trade data shows that while South Africa is exporting more to the UK year on year, the value of imports is decreasing year on year since the pandemic. What potential solutions have you been discussing to fix this?
In fact, that was our biggest concern, that we do need to redouble trade once again. I was accompanied in some of those discussions by Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, and we made it clear that we want to export more goods to the UK. So as much as we are inviting them to come to South Africa to invest, we also want to be able to increase our trade here. Very exciting. When I met with some of the secretaries of state, they were saying, look, bring those ostriches. We want them here, and so on. So good discussions. In fact, we were able to give them a package of projects that are bankable. The Minister of Infrastructure had the book to give investors to say, here are the projects, they are ready, they are bankable, you can come and invest.
You had a meeting with the UK Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner. What did you discuss during that meeting, and was there any talk of the geopolitical situation?
Yes, in fact, my meeting with the Deputy Prime Minister was really to once again reassure them that we want to continue a good relationship. As you know, we have a very good relationship with the UK dating years back. So I was able to say to her, look, we want to continue that relationship. We are meeting investors here. They must come to South Africa. But the South African government and the UK government must continue to work together, even in multilateral institutions where we deal with issues of climate change and other challenging issues. We also indicated to them that we are very excited that we will be hosting the G20 next year, and that would like to get a lot of support as well from themselves. The Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs is coming to South Africa now in November, and we're going to continue our discussion about how we can work together to improve our relationship, strengthen trade between the UK and South Africa, and make sure that we work well as the two countries.